Hello everyone, so today I'm bringing you my Tome Topple Round 3 TBR. Debated whether or not to do this because I've already tweeted a picture of the books I was going to read, but I figured, hey, I can give a little bit of reasoning behind why I picked these books, what I'm reading them for, and which challenges they meet. And then we'll see how well I do, because I'm probably being a little ambitious. I have 3 books checked out, totaling about 1,700 words, but I have 2 weeks, so that's like half of a month. And I read 4,200 words last month, so maybe it's not too ambitious. Let's get started. Now, Tome Topple is a readathon that was started by Sam over at Thoughts on Tombs. I will leave a link to, there's a Goodreads group and a Twitter, so I'll leave links to both of those down below. And basically the idea is to not read as many books as you possibly can, but to read books that are 500 pages or more. So big books, tomes. There's a certain emphasis, I want to say, placed on reading books that are really intimidating, that maybe have been languishing on your shelves for a while, and that you just need a little extra oomph to crack open. So the first thing I'm going to be reading is Gathering of Shadows by V.E. Schwab. You would think that by now I would have Victoria versus V.E. straight in my head, but I always have to check. So this is the second book in this little trilogy. I don't remember what the trilogy is called. Probably the Darker Shades of Magic trilogy or something. Anyways, I read the first one of these last month. I thought it was okay. I gave it 4 stars. It was fine. And it was really quick. But I've been kind of holding off giving my real firm thoughts on it until I read this. This is just over 500 pages, 512 pages. So I'm reading this. This has been shortlisted for the BookTube SF Awards in the adult category. So for the Tome Topple challenges, this counts as both an adult book and as part of a series. So the next thing I have on my TBR is The Amber Spyglass by Philip Pullman. At the very end of March, I started reading his Dark Materials. Prior to that, I had only ever read The Golden Compass once, and that was many years ago. And this is just one of those classic, beloved children's series that I missed. I didn't read. I actually wasn't allowed to read. This was kind of a banned series in my middle school because it's considered very anti-Christian. So yeah, I never read it, but I've been reading the first 2 books. I finished the first one. I'm about halfway through the second one. Really loving them, just really loving them. And I'm really excited to start this. Again, in this edition, it's 518 words, so it's just long enough for this readathon. And so this will fill the read more than one tome during the readathon challenge. And then the last thing on my TBR, I don't know if I'm going to get around to it. This is actually, I've sort of casually participated in Tome Topple at least once before, and this did appear on that TBR too, and I didn't read it at all. And that is The Girl Who Played with Fire by Stieg Larsson. I'm still 45% into this book. This bookmark is from 2014, early 2015. That's when I was reading this, and then I stopped. I really love The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. It's one of my top 10 favorite books of all time. Probably my favorite thriller / mystery novel ever. And I liked parts of this, but I hit a section in it with the magazine and Mikhail. He doesn't have it's investigative reporting. And I hit it and I couldn't get through it. And now it's been so long that I have to totally start over. And I'm kind of dreading that. So I'm putting it again on this TBR. We'll see if I get to it. Again, this is a adult novel. It's part of a series. It's, a little over 600 pages. I also don't know if I'm going to get to it just because I'm deeply into a fantasy kick. I've just been reading nothing but fantasy novels and a couple issues of Saga to break things up. So I don't know if I'm in the mood for a contemporary mystery thriller, but I really want to get this read. So we'll see. That's my TBR. I will for sure be getting to these 2 books, and maybe, I don't know. The other thing is I just got Captive Prince from the library, which is obviously not over 500 pages, but I really want to read it, so I might just not read this and finish the read along early. I don't know. We'll see. Let me know if you've read any of these books, or if you are participating in Tome Topple and what you plan on reading for it. I'd love to hear. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.